All right, so first up, Wave 3 2021. So it looks like we're going to push back to next year, guys. I'm extending the timeline to ensure the quality of the project is not compromised for any reason. Please temper expectations as my demand and global circumstances will cause a delay, pushing us to an early 2021 delivery date. Why are you delaying again? Twofold. Internally, the additional content I added to the gambler's chest and the campaigns of death are not yet complete. We can also confidently say that manufacturing and logistics will be profoundly affected by the pandemic facing the world. Can't keep delaying forever. This isn't right to the backers. In light of your excitement, I sincerely apologize. However, I will delay any aspect of this project until it meets my personal satisfaction. This includes scrapping and recreating assets or adding more content where I see fit. And you guys can comment along as I read this, and we can take stops as we do everything. All right. Don't you feel bad about this at all? Of course I do. Wistfully past the hard plastic dragon goblin in the office every day, and it breaks my heart that you guys aren't being ground into bird food by it. Looking at it and comparing it to, say, the original Crimson Crocodile is what made me realize we had to resculpt the crocodile. To me, it just didn't stand up to the same level quality of the rest of Kingdom Death. Here's the original Croc for everyone else to see. The original Crimson Croc. He reminds me of the villain from Ninja Turtles. While handsome, I found it lacking, and we resculpted it from the ground up into the monster you now know. Or Lizard Man from Spider-Man, right? Put a lab coat on him. The need to question ourselves and strive to improve as part of the timeline has extended, and to the fans that really like this, who knows, maybe in the future we can create a vignette with it long after fulfillment, of course. Alright, it is with deep respect and love for the project, which includes the team, myself, and all of you guys, that I continue to push things so hard. And yes, that can really add to the amount of time it takes to complete any details. Thank you, Ice Chamber, for the thing. I am not on the streaming meter, so the alerts are not going to happen on the screen right now. I am on my personal computer. Totally different setup. Hopefully it sounds okay and all that. All right. That I continue to push things so hard, and yes, that can really add to the amount of time it takes to complete any detail of the project as a whole. It took over a year to sculpt the Gambler by hand, and I can't think of any other project crazy enough to pursue its own vision like Kingdom Death, and I love that. What I can say now is that the end is in sight. The sheer mountain of work has come down, and I humbly ask you to wait so we can do this right. I waited for the first Kickstarter. I'm super happy with what came out. I know it sucks, but it's where we are. COVID-19. Here in New York City, the departure from normal has been extreme in the last 10 weeks and has stuck big time. Initially, I thought I could transfer some parts of this into an opportunity. An empty office with no distraction was extremely enticing. It's going to get so much done. You don't get much done. Turns out trying to be happy and productive while sirens blared around you 24 hours a day and your city shuts around you were overly optimistic. First, scrambling to settle the parts of the team that can work remotely, delivering supplies, adjusting to life without school, childcare, shops, restaurants, our team, our extended family and friends, disinfecting groceries and incoming packages, and tackling sudden loss. Have all taken, not just mine, but everyone's time and energy, time that has been essential to take. Safety of our team is paramount to us. We are complying with all safety guidelines outlined by the CDC, New York City, and New York State. In New York City, that means Kingdom Death headquarters has been closed from the middle of March and continues to be shut. Despite our closed door, we are fully supporting our team, including those that cannot work due to the city's mandates. Despite our closed doors, we are fully rereading that. I am 3 months behind where I expected to be at this point in time. The extension reflects that and adds some padding so we can figure out how to effectively steward the project under lockdown. All this does not feel good, Boots. You're right, and it's a 10 billion% my fault. Please direct all your frustration and disappointment directly at me. The entire planet is struggling. I should have reached out to you guys much sooner. I'll own that. I also extended a personal invitation to anyone that wants to bend my ear for any reason, be it related to Kingdom Death or personal, I'm here and I will listen. Just send me a direct message or email me at Adam's email. Okay. Kingdom Death communities. I appreciate, admire, and value in communities that built themselves up around Kingdom Death. Thank you. Your voices are heard. I do feel, however, I need to make it clear that I am not looking for any official community involvement or playtesting at this time. I look forward to a point in the future where that can be reality, but I cannot take on or oversee any more projects at this time. Also, please calm down. Thank you. Kingdom Death is not going anywhere. My commitment to this project, to you, the team, and to myself is unbreakable. And finally, please allow me to humbly honor of sharing. Wave 3, Gambler's Chest. Let's start off with left. The King Showdown needs to move from notes to playtesting. The Smog Singers are waiting for a polished pass from me. Godhand is also waiting for me for turn-in before it takes the table again. The art orders for the new story events are in and slowly being finished. Collective Cognation, the scout system, and the philosophy stuff have all had an incredible amount of testing data, and at this point I need to make refinements of the system before pushing them back out to the team. Oh, and Anthus is pretty much picture perfect. Manufacturing-wise, here's what's left. The Bone Eaters are waiting on their custom bases. Nightmare Adam is in queue for engineering. That's the process where we draft and split the model for plastic production. And I know Adam was trying to bring that in-house. I don't think they've done that yet, though. The Smug Singer's armor, King's armor, and Crimson Crocodile armor are all currently being sculpted and will be in queue for engineering and tooling as soon as possible. Everything else is finished, and production on them has been complete. They await their last few plastic spear friends to complete this massive set. So Adam has told me they've had I think they pretty much might have a warehouse in China just filled with plastic, because the manufacturer's we need someplace to store all this till it's ready to go. So Griff's got that hard plastic. I do prefer the new one, though he looks very Disney villainish. He reminds me of TikTok. Is it TikTok? The crocodile? So he's only 2 spears? Okay. Alright, let me just make a quick update to these. That looks better. Okay. As promised, the Crimson Crocodile is an absolute nightmare to deal with. Oh yes, Lucy is here. And yeah, I'm not on a headset so you can hear him easily. As promised, Crimson Crocodile is an absolute nightmare to deal with. 21,000 Newton bite. Threat with the most tokens in range. Okay. Hey, Peace Fishy. That's a new target action. Close to 5, no target. Finger Strum. Move and zone attack. Okay. Target. Speed 2, accuracy 3+, damage 21? This is a B card, guys. B card. This is a basic card. Before damage, if you are terrified, I don't know what terrified means, or deaf, you cannot avoid this attack. Otherwise, you hear the zealous fingers strumming and escape the bite's full power. Reduce the damage in this attack profile to 1. Token modifies as usual. Okay. So only if you're terrified or deaf. Yeah, and Croc is a node 1. So if you're terrified or deaf, it does 21 damage, which is just an insane amount of damage. It's you could just say you get a severe injury, but sure, okay. Yeah, that's. Hey, Murex Bob. All right, so next up we have Adrenaline Adept. All right, I like this. What is this picture? It's 2 Crocs holding the adrenal glands? Is that what that's supposed to be? Yeah, I mean, you blocked the hit, though. So not Death Rushes Croc and not Intimidated, whatever that is. I think that's a new status effect. I don't think that's a current status effect. Let me know, guys, know I'm wrong. But, alright. The monster influences your blood flow. Yes, Lucy. Defying your body, the defense mechanism of manifesting its stress. When you would gain insanity from brain trauma, your body stutters in pain. Instead, suffer one damage to a random hit location that ignores armor. Yeah, at least he's getting some pets now. He's resting with me. All right. So insanity from brain trauma does physical damage. Is it kidneys? It kind of looks like kidneys, but it says adrenaline. I don't think the kidneys deal with your adrenaline, do they? I don't know bodies, like the functions of everything. All right, let's go off. Enchanted Flesh. I like the picture. He's all like glowing and he got little stars. The monster is proudly coated in reflective translucent scabs that sparkle as it moves. Suffer the monster's tender hit locations and place Enchanted Flesh on top. Draw these locations from the bottom of the stack. Okay, new mechanic there. I don't know what a tender hit location is. I'm assuming that's a hit location card, kind of like battle pressure cards or something like that. And the Enchanted Flesh is the same. So kind of working like Kingsman a little bit. Who knows? All right, let's look at some armor. Crimson Crocodile armor. I love that finger mohawk. Are those buttholes around his neck though? It is finger armor, but I want to know if those are buttholes. Probably. Let's go take a look at the Croc again. Maybe see like what it's off of him. Oh, he does have like these like cyst things on the bottom. Maybe it's supposed to be those. Yeah, he's got these like little bumps here. Maybe it's that. Because that's a lot of buttholes. I do like the armor set. It looks really cool. So this means those fingers are solid bone then? But they do wiggle? I'm very confused on like how that works. Whatever. It's fantasy. I'm really digging this cloak. The cloak's really cool. Is that an axe we've seen before? Is that a new axe? Makes me think like Nightmare, Soul Calibur, the eye. She's got some buttholes on her too. She got butthole earrings. I do like that she has a tattoo. That's new. I don't think we've seen a lot of tattoos on survivors. And she's also got like a blood painting on her lip. Oh, it looks cool. Gear is nearly finalized. So we have the blood glass axe. Whoa, that's a saying. Weapon melee axe, two-handed, honed to 5. Not sure what that means. Savage, guardless. You cannot ignore hits. Edge cannot be ruined if you have all the red affinities. Okay, it's a 3 speed, 6+ accuracy, 0 strength. So I don't know how to. It's probably something to do with the honed. Would be my guess. Resources are nearly finished. We got this cool dagger. We got like a hammer. I like the hammer. I think it's a hammer. And a club. Veined glass. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And then you have it activated, it doesn't go away. So I'm curious what these dots mean on their resource card. Tiny veins to support its breakable structure. So that's new. I'm curious. Is that a card count of how many of these are in the deck, maybe? Who knows? We'll find out. We got, look like a beak. It's tongue. Maybe that's a claw. Its tongue. One of its fingers. Oh, I can't talk today. Crimson Immortal armor variant. Ooh, I like this cloak. The helmet's a little different. I kind of like how the fingers interlock for the knees. How that works. Oh, and you got like a finger zipper up the front. I don't think I would ever say those words like before in my life. Finger zipper. Okay. Looks cool. He's got some fat fingers on the cloak here. I do like the little eye in the chest. We got this big picture here of the Croc and someone praying to it. Oh, they're all praying to the Croc. That's a big Croc. So what was this labeled as? This was labeled as the Crimson Immortal. Okay. Yes, Lucy. I don't know what you want. I give you pets. I'm trying to read here. You were just yelling at me. All right, armor sculpture in progress. Looking good. I don't think those are buttholes. Now that I look at them in the 3D sculpt. So, tender hit locations. All right. Cloak made of fresh shadot. All right, so we got these tender hit locations here. So does it look like you can only hit them from a certain angle so that you have to hit them right in the face? Is how this one looks to me. Oh, it looks like you get a plus strength bonus for hitting from that spot. If I'm looking at the card behind it, it's like a +4. High grade resources only available on level 3+ Crocs. Okay, so instead of strange resources, it's going in the deck, which I like. This is a cool move. It's a high grade. It's an Organ Plus. I don't know what Organ Plus is, but it sounds cool. Survivor with the Immortal Disorder may analyze this during the settlement phase to gain the Blood Lantern pattern card. All right, cool. It has a +4 there, though, Ice Chamber. So I don't know. Blood Lantern. Just it might be Mark Swap. I haven't really played Monster Hunter, so I can't comment. Oh, this is the Smog Dudes. Little crest logo. Then I'm looking all creepy. The plastic was finished last year. They're just having a party here. Their back boobs. Just, yeah, I don't. The survivors are like, I don't know what these. The Smog Singer has another victory condition built in their Showdown. Ooh, this trait card's really creepy looking. Alright, trait. Deal each survivor a random song status card face down. If there are 4 survivor song cards face up, then the monster and the survivor's combined chorus manage to reach something deep in the darkness, singing a wail. Okay. And Mirix Bob saying basically it's a tougher version of the same monster, but drops different resources. Basically, upgrade version of the old resources. Yeah, I mean, I think I like that. I think it gives it a good thing. So I'm curious if the changes to in the campaigns of death and stuff are going to kind of bring this to current stuff or not, or if we're going to get like a version 2.0 of the base game to match some of these new things that are done. Also, their mats can be made stronger. Sets of equipment might be a way to make level 2 and level 3 monsters different in that scene. Yeah, I think, and then you could tier gate different gear based off those monsters too, or upgrade current gear with that stuff. which makes some of the creep things better. The singing whale is a good call, H-Chamber. There is a singing whale overhead. So maybe we learn more about the whale. Is that a picture of the whale? That could be. I think that's a picture of the whale. I think I would lose some. I would get insane seeing that whale singing overhead if it flies in the air. That's a creepy ass whale. Maybe we fight the whale. I waited on some final art assets before we can preview more. Smog Singer Bard armor. Ooh, get to be a bard. It's bardy looking, but like, you know, this armor set doesn't call out to me at all. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't dislike it. It's just not my style. I'm curious of like, do you get the sing and stuff? That would be kind of cool. When you get like instrument bonuses, I would love to see that kind of thing go on. It make instruments kind of really cool and worth the risk of bringing. Lantern loot. Oh, I love this armor set. It does kind of look like a bigger hat. This armor was too high level looking and may reappear in a future vignette. Poots. This is freaking beautiful. I'm just like I love the crystals on the bulb. Oh, it looks so nice. And the loot looks beautiful too. Do we at least get the loot, Poots? Do we get the loot? She does have some Batman nips. It seems like he's going away in more of the narrative sculpts, so hopefully that's what he's doing. So we'll see. But I'm really liking this. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of art now. From KDM. I've been looking for a piece of art I really like from KDM. I was thinking of getting like a nice picture of it made to put in the studio. This is a top contender now. It's just a fun picture. And isn't overly grotesque or sexual nudity. Bone Eater, hard plastic. Got those eyes. Oh, they even have the eyes details in the plastic, which is cool. Peen alert. Yeah. We got some boobies. She's only got like a 4-pack. I feel like is her waist like really like that cinch is really high, I feel, for like where that is. She's a beefy girl. I feel like they made this smaller. I don't know. Does got that Westworld dong though. This crazy look guy. So that rib cage from another bone eater, or is it from a human? Because it looks a little too big for our survivor. This reminds me of like Greek god kind of thing. Just the hair and all, like the whole thing. All right, we got to the king. Armor set fit for the Slayer of Kings. Ooh. Hope there's a clothing option. I don't think there's gonna be. So this gives me super Berserk vibes. It's a picture of like Griffin when he like first becomes the Black Hawk. There's a vibe of this that makes me think of that. And that kind of looks like a ballot, whatever they're called. Yeah, I'm like it. This is cool. All right, the female version's cool too. But heal it. Thank you. Don't know why I can't say words today and think of it. It's not only my favorite anime, and I don't have the sacrifice mark on my chest as a tattoo because I am a nerd. All right, so we get some full body shot here. I'm curious what these discs are. Those are interesting. It's a cool armor set. Got like brains coming out. Brains means a little bit of void. Another KDM reference. Like another Berserk reference. Oh my god, I'm tired, guys. I was gonna go to sleep. I wanted to do this real quick. All right, wave 3, Campaigns of Death. All right, what's left? The Dung Beetle Baron needs his massive dung ball. Debating on adding a Devilweed Slenderman. So pleased with the Verdant Lord, it's hard to resist. Yeah, I think they're supposed to have that too. The 3 hybrid armor sets need to be sculpted. 2 of them have approved artwork. All right, development-wise, there's a tremendous amount of testing data on most campaigns. I need to review it again and start to make updates. And some of the story events need tweaking and a better KD lore pass. That's the kind of thing that generally only Anna and myself can tackle. There are about 20 pieces of art I am still waiting for the book 2. The strain system is looking good. I'm very pleased with it so far. As I tie up the campaign from the book, I expect the rest of the strain system to fall into place. The strain system is, after all, an extension of storytelling, and being in the mindset really helps me to define and create unique feeling highlights these cards need. The overall rules need a pass 2. Right now, they're read a bit crunchy. And then we got the Dung Beetle Baron. We saw him at Gen Con last year. I'm assuming this is the plastic version. He looks great, like always. Good old Tom. And then you see a couple people of the sun, hard plastic. Big sword. So this is People of the Sun, which is the more Asian themed, right? So I feel like the Devilweed Slendy would be fun, but I would hope he sets aside offers like a gig line down the road to avoid adding more wait time. Possibly. It just also depends, like, if it gets done in time to add it, he'll probably add it. If not, maybe he'll wait. As he's working on other things, since there's other people doing stuff. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of sword that is. It's not a katana. It's way too big for a katana. His is a katana for sure. He's smoking? I do like this figure. It's a nice figure. Yeah, the other looks like it might be a Chinese sword. What are they called? No, Danchi, I think. I'll look that up real quick. Oh, I don't know. All right, we got the People of the Stars campaign. I like this neck thing he's got. He's just got a popped collar on. Just an interesting design choice. Do like the girl a little bit better in this one with the little horns. Why are they both having daggers? I don't know. Daggers are poopy at the moment. And I'm so happy for this figure. This is my absolute favorite. It looks so pretty. Where the sun's hard plastic. Those are the Warrior Sun's like basic art. All right, Verdant Lord, hard plastic. You look so cool. What has the Showdown? The Verdant Lord? Yeah, he's supposed to have a showdown or something. I think he's like a nemesis or final boss kind of thing. I believe he has his own campaign. Oh, the infant. Yeah, the infant too. Yeah, it's supposed to have a showdown. Its own showdown. It's supposed to be like a variant version. I think it's going to be kind of like the Giga line. It's going to be a modified Sunstalker with like a couple cards. Was the pitch. And something added post-campaign because he felt like it. Right there, 3. Pinups of Death. We had a few last-minute tooling updates. The pinup DBK had some warpage issue, making her hard to assemble. The pinup Black Knight was missing a piece from the spew. Beyond that, all of this is 100% complete. No, it'll sound crazy, but I kind of forgot. LOL. Towards the end of next week, I will push forward with finalizing the box art and the little includes for these sets, and we'll get these out the door. I'm fine with breaking this off ahead of the rest of the Wave 3 shipment. Okay, so he's talking about pinups going out by themselves. Stone Wave inserts. I'm going to include these in the broken off wave, along with the Pinups of Death. They have not been tooled yet, but it's a simple project compared to a set of miniatures. Legendary card pack. The contents of the Legendary card pack have been finalized and await production. Thanks to everyone who offers suggestions or highlighted necessary fixes. Your feedback has been taken into account. Just so you guys know, I've delegated the card pack to the team. They're moving it forward with just my approval so that it can be one of those projects to get finished and I don't need to keep held up trying to cram in extras indefinitely. So the card pack was for some people who got miniatures in the first campaign, that they turned the white boxes and added extra cards. But it's also going to be some fixes of cards from the expansions and maybe the base game that kind of broke or never worked right. So some of the cards are labeled wrong for the DBK, and I think Nightmare Fruit's cards labeled wrong, and like it references another card that doesn't exist, so the titles are off. So it's going to be a couple of like hot fixes for expansions, and then a lot of the promo cards. Fuck yes, Titan Bee. I love this thing. I really do. That is it. It's going to be our next shirt. Oh yeah, the t-shirt guys on our block are still operating. They got special permission from the city since they were making masks. Anyway, I want to share that love. Will you please pick out 5 painters that need this bee? We'll ship these out to you if you share what you get up to on Instagram. All right, that's cool. That's actually one of the things I told Adam to look at for Instagram stuff is sending out some pre-models to painters to post pictures up. So it seems like he's doing that. I don't know if that's because of me or he got it from someplace else, but that is cool to see. Got it from the community because the community was someone that mentioned that. Not me particularly, but it was in my email. He looks cool. Yes, Lucy. So Titan Bee is gonna be part of. What is it part of? It's part of an expansion, I think. the Weaver. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Brain fart in here. All right, we got the Showdown board. Been hard at work, busting our brains over how to bring everyone the very best Showdown board. It must be gorgeous and it must be playable without a hitch. For much deliberation and experimentation, we have decided on the following. And yes, this is still subject to change. Each tile will be individual instead of baked into a larger plate. The height of the tiles is about 15 millimeters. Wanted them to be tall so we could have depth, detail, and create a really pretty relief work. There'll be lattes of sorts so that each tile can be placed suddenly, the perfect distance apart, which is a little bit further than the grids between the tiles on the Showdown board, making the overall Showdown board a little bigger, but the deluxe feeling is perfect. Each tile will be treated like its own separate tiny project to ensure that even as it stands alone, it is gorgeous. They will also be numbered so you can set them up just like the final renders. Some tiles will be multi-part to ensure that we nail particular effects on that tile. With every tile being separate and removable, it opens up the possibility for terrain. Here's some renders. We're not 100% finished yet. It's getting closer and closer every day. Hard plastic Showdown board. We've been working like crazy on it. Okay. There's a minifigure on it. We got like a pit with skulls. That looks cool. Got like little gaps in it and stuff. Oh, we got like the big masks that are like in the middle. They're like eating a bunch of skulls. We have a crab! Crab spooter! The line detail needs a little... I thought we're probably going to be separated a little bit. Well, eat it. Eat it! It looks really pretty. It's a remake of the current Showdown board a little bit. Ooh, LED experiments. No promise on this yet. Put some LEDs into it. That's cool. I like. They played with this at Gen Con for the Black Knight. There's a little glowing LED spot. The King's Coin. Can I offer you a nice coin in this trying times? Thank you to the genius that made this. Minted anew in Death Gray resin. Okay. I really like this idea. I thought it was a fun version of the vouchers issued by other businesses currently unable to operate. The reason I pulled them so quickly was twofold. We didn't have the technology solution in place to make it work like I wanted, and it caused tensions for part of our community. Things are hard right now. I didn't want it to be the cause of more concern for anyone. Anyway, what's done is done. The coins have been collected, and the overwhelming amount of fans who messaged or emailed me who love the idea of King's Coin, they have been reminted, and I present them to you anew. The late-minted coins will be a physical coin produced by us in either resin or photo resin. They'll be shipped to the receiver along with a certificate of authenticity. They will not give you early access to release on our web store. They do not have monetary value as a gift card. They can be old school, mailed in, and redeemed for an exclusive Death Gray resin miniature that has no game rules. The miniature will be revealed during our lead up to our Black Friday sale. This exclusive miniature will be made on demand to ensure that supplies do not run out during its redemption period. King coins are earned under specific challenge and circumstances. We offer one to a fan that shared an amazing Painting Kingdom Death miniature with us, or we may run contests with them as prizes. And we may offer them to fans that help monetarily support bold new directions unrelated to this Kickstarter that this brand experiments with. For example, a line of houseware, a video game, or 1/8 scale model kits. Of course, There's no need nor pressure to redeem your King's Coin. As an owner of one, you are more than welcome to keep it and has part of your collection and KDM's history. Okay. That's a fun idea. You get a coin, you get a physical coin, you mail it in, you get a cool model, or you keep it. Some people might get two, one they can keep, one they can mail in. Official Instagram and fan art contest. All right. So this is one of the things I actually did talk to Adam about was the Instagram. He was saying how they could support it more, what you guys want to see with it. I've been talking about this a bunch. One of his ideas was the fan art contest, and I wanted to see how you guys thought about it. So it seems like a cool and fun idea. So it looks like that's going through. All right. Without the opportunity to meet face-to-face, we have launched our Instagram at Kingdom Death. While the team has been holed up, been using this platform to keep in touch with each other while pursuing through the models you painted, the campaigns you played, and the many, many horrible deaths you experienced. Certain piece of Easter fan art caught our eye. So we made a fan art of the fan art. The team has a blast sculpting her. We're formalizing rules for the fan art contest so we can formally do more. Oh, and you guessed it, this will be a contest. Will be a way for some people to earn a King's Coin among other prizes. How is your pandemic going, Adam? Social distance +1 insanity, lockdown, New York City +1 insanity, social games, board games, pandemic, remote playtesting, sirens all day long +3 insanity. Family might get sick +3 insanity. What does everyone keep buying? Toilet paper. Uncle in Ireland passed away. Alone in office. Anxiety. Must channel into something productive. Animal Crossing. Breathing exercises. Tom Nook +21 insanity. Skype parties. Zoom birthdays +12 insanity. Grateful for the home gym. Turnips +10,000 insanity. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why is Tifa so skinny? +7 insanity. So many bells. Limit break. Syndication. Or staycation. Insanity limit surpassed. Tom Nook, brain explosion. Going to be honest, I felt immense pressure to help our team, and you guys play KDM and friends and loved ones that shouldn't or couldn't leave their homes. I wanted it to be on brand, to be something we could build towards and maybe grow into a larger part of the whole. I looked high and low all over the internet and didn't see a single, not even one, most certainly not any way to play Death remotely. This is my official stance. Do not question it. Any type of software like that certainly exists without my permission. So I really didn't see it and don't know what anyone is talking about. Thank you for your understanding. Let's just leave it at that. This is something I did talk to Adam about, and I'm going to see what he says here, and I'll see what I can talk about here. KDM Death Showdown Tracker 0.1a. So it's a Showdown board, digital. So I hired a pair of talented developers. All right, so he hired someone else because he only called me one person before. Their development software to bring us back to the table safely. Something that will inject some feeling and fidelity more than a web camera, a Google Doc, and Skype. I love these things, but we needed to improve it, and fast. We want to share what we've made with you so far. We are making an experimental Showdown Tracker Alpha available to anyone who owns a copy of Kingdom Death. Find it in the shop now and enjoy some help with your social distancing KDM. Please make sure you log into your shop account so we can more accurately track interest in the project. Much excited. Oh, and the budget for this is purely coming from the resin sales from the store. Nothing to do with Kickstarter funds. Showdown Tracker code. For now, the Showdown Tracker will remain very simple and aim to have the following features: virtual board and the ability to move a camera around it, ability to move miniatures on a virtual board, miniature rotation, woo! Miniature knockdown, yay! D10 roll and hit dice rolling. Simple chat, local hosting, client-side hosting. You'll need to forward port 8080, so to use software like Logman, Hapkin. Also, please do not share your IP with anyone you don't personally know or post it online. White line, Starting Survivor, monster controller panel, future 100 millimeter base, and a 20-minute check larger monster positions. Right now, most of these are in place, and better yet, they mostly work. Woo! The team has been insanely excited about the development And I must admit, I am too. Our developers are great, and beyond directing, can safely say this has taken a minimal amount of my time. We are at the very beginning of something new. I intend to get the alpha as polished as possible and see how it goes. So I talked to Adam a little bit about this. He wants to do some fun stuff with it. I'm not going to talk about those. But it was a cool thing to hear that he was working on. And there's reasons why he didn't go through another official route for this, which we won't talk about. Not official, pre-existing route. So it's cool to see where they're at and what they're doing. This was a way to help you guys play, and this was a way to help their playtesters play remotely and all that. So it's cool to see how this is announced now. Sacred Backer Time. That's right. It's coming back. Starting next Friday, every week for a month, I'll be making an update. Even if I don't have anything to share or say, I'm deeply uncomfortable communicating unless I feel ready. And so I do this because I care and because I understand that it's been a long time. I get it. I want you guys to feel as good about the project as I do. And I know the only way to really bridge that gap is more communication for the time being. So I'm going to do it. I'll cap the update time to 2 hours of my time spent total. I'll just share whatever I can. If there's nothing, well, I'll tell you about that too. I think that's really about it. Tomorrow I'll wake up and work on Kingdom Death. The day after that, I will wake up and work on Kingdom Death. The day following that, I'll wake up and work on Kingdom Death, and so on and so on and so on. Until the day a small, easy-to-carry package arrives to your door, and then your delivery mail will thank you for it not being too heavy. And while I'm still working away on Kingdom Death, you will be unpacking and hopefully enjoying the content of a small, modest-sized box, and hopefully you don't have to fucking disinfect your packages by then. Oh, and did I tell you guys about Quest and Lucy? I started painting her, but never finished. So we got cool Lucy as a witch with a sword. P.S. I forgot to add these really dang Sky Armor hybrid armors that's going to be part of the Campaigns of Death. Here's the artwork real quick. So we got some Dragon King, some, what is that? Dragon King Core? And Sunstalker Leather? The Dragon King and Sunstalker. I don't know how I hear about this one on the right. That helmet. I don't know, it just doesn't speak to me. This one's a little bit better than the male version. PPS, check the Blushing Owl out. Blushing Owl looks really cool. PPS, we also finished the Progress of Twilight Knight crossover, and we'll be fulfilling it for Ninja Division Soda Pop Miniatures. PPPPPS, fuck this pandemic. PPPPS, I love you, Anna. Happy Mother's Day. Sorry we worked all day. That is the update. The update. I got like one comment saying awesome stuff. Oof. Let's see what the comments say now. Lots and lots of updates. I like this. Doesn't look like a bunch of updates. I don't really have anything else to say. Any questions, thoughts from you guys that you want to talk about before I sign off for tonight? Of course, I'll be in Discord. Well, not tonight, but for a while now. After this, if you would like to talk, there as well. But I'm excited to see what's happening. Let's see what's going on. I appreciate that he's doing a digital version, sort of. I think his goal is to make it more digital. I don't know how much, if he wants to take the whole, I think he wants to do the whole game digital. Do you think there should have been one like 3 years ago? Takes the pandemic to change a guy's mind. Not kidding, Amaranth, but have the plans for a Twitch Sing stream advanced at all. Now, I'll talk to Matt tomorrow about that. We'll talk a little bit and see when or how we want to do that. So we'll be back tomorrow with Madara. So that's pretty much back on the schedule now for Mondays. Tuesday is going to be KDM. No Wednesday streams for now, unless something comes up. We get a spotlight or something. I'm trying to think what else. That's it for the stream-wise, for the most part. And still coming to remote. We're still in a pretty heavy lockdown in South Florida. They haven't changed too much. They opened up parks again and opened up the boat ramp so people can go ride on their boats. I like the bee. Everyone likes the bee. Though I might email Adam and be like, can I get the full art for the lantern loop? That's like my favorite piece of artwork right now. I'm probably emailing him. I'll probably wait to get it printed though because I don't have a job at the moment. But I really, really do love that piece of artwork. Yeah, there's so much I love about this piece. Oh God. Get Josh a job. Yep, get Josh a job. Hashtag. Yeah, I'm going to start job searching. I took like the last week off just to decompress and like deal with everything. I've been starting to be productive again this weekend. I haven't been productive for all last week. I was not productive at all. I like looked at some jobs. I kind of updated my resume, but I didn't really do anything. With the whole pandemic, it's not a whole lot out there. I mean, there's a bit. I kind of want to switch gears of what I do. I don't want to get another development job. So there's plenty of development jobs out there right now. There's not much other the kind of stuff I want to go into. I want to go into more project owner, project management kind of thing. Not product management kind of thing. And get out of the coding realm. But yeah, no. Thank you guys for hanging out with me took us about an hour to go through this update. Looks like. Post this up on YouTube for people. If you're watching YouTube, like it, be cool. And if you guys have any thoughts or anything else that we kind of missed in the update that you want to talk about, chat to me in Discord. Let me know. Pretty sure we saw that whale, which is cool. Yeah, thanks you guys for coming out. Oh, that's cool. I am exhausted now, and I'm going to go crash and get my sleep schedule back. And McGregor subscribed. Thank you, McGregor. McGregor? Greg okay? I don't know. I'm glad I didn't take my medicine yet. I got some medicine to help me sleep, and I probably would have crashed while I was reading this. I'm going to go take that now and then pass out. And luckily, I don't have to wake up early. So I can sleep for 9 hours, 10 hours, and feel like a person again. McGregor. You got it. Greg. Cool. I'm horrible with the names, McGregor. No problem. If you're a big KDM fan, join us on Tuesdays. We do Twitch Plays KDM where you guys get to play along. I did talk to Adam. I haven't got an update back from him about getting digital scans of the cards so you guys can start pulling cards from decks and stuff. I'm really excited to do that. I really want to make some really cool interfaces with you. To help kind of highlight that process. And I'm excited for it. It's one of my projects to work on while I don't have a job now. I have a couple projects I want to work on, so that being one of them. Otherwise, thank you guys for joining me. I will hopefully see you guys soon. Have a good one. Good night.